Welcome back to Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm MegaMan6564, and in today's episode we are going to be doing the trial. I want to load. Oh, do I have to... Hang on. Okay, no, never mind. Okay. I was scared for a moment. I thought I had to start the whole thing. Like the whole chapter over again and be like, no. Okay, anyway, September 7, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 1. The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. There he is, guys. It's Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin, then. You may call your first witness. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Can't speak now, my goodness. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct. Sir, Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here, and the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. Murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in a girl's hand, sir. Court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. Floor plans added to the court record. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. All right. Maya's arrest. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already, the defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say? Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? Couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. Whoosh! Smack. Maya just threw something at me. When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give it a try. Just gonna lower the volume by 1. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. Alright. Phone call, rush to the scene. Two people already there. The defendant and the lawyer. Immediately arrested. We had a witness describing her. Hang on. Hang on. Let me... Okay. Came in. Two people. Defendant and lawyer. Immediately arrested. A witness account describing her. I'm gonna press him on this. Hold it, bro. Hold it. Hold on 1 second, yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about the suspicious woman in Pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and sure she isn't, and she sure isn't Pink, pal. Well, I guess she is Pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? Pressing can have its advantages. Indeed, pressing... One moment. Oh boy, you got the order of things mixed up. Why do I feel like this is going to be a common theme? Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's fingers. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Huh. Victim wrote the killer's name. This doesn't seem right. Let's see what we have and what we can use. Single blunt force, instantaneous death. If she died instantaneously, she couldn't have written the killer's name. Okay. That's his hard evidence. Well, we found the contradiction, but there is something that I would like to press. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor. Why didn't you testify about the vital piece of evidence the first time? I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Let's see. Examined scene of the crime. Found a memo. Word Maya was written. Lab test results. Hold it though. What kind of tests? That's what I'd like to know. Well, they take the bits in the blood and the hemoglobin. Okay. So they did hemoglobin tests. Okay. Where is he? Oh, whoops. No, no, I screwed up again. I pressed the wrong button. Oh no, we're down to only 4 HP. This is probably what I presented. This is what I wanted to present. Because I want to say objection. There we go. Goodbye. I feel like this is probably going to be a common thing throughout this playthrough. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, anyways. One thing I want you to clarify for me here, you say that the victim, Maya Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, Maya, oh my god. First I make that screw up. Now I can't even pronounce people's names, oh my. This isn't one of those lawyer tricks. Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. Backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order, order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down. Oh, Edgeworth is giving his objection. This is gonna be fun. One. It was the day after the murder we got it. The prosecution's point being, that autopsy report is outdated. The second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object, but there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. I'm going to do a bow now, because you can all be impressed by my performance. Damn you, edgy. Should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? I'm a sham. Done. Detective Gumshoe, are you calling me a fool because I believe your report? I'm not, huh? Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. Oh my. I submit this report to the court. Understood. Court accepts the evidence. Okay, so we got the updated autopsy now. Well, Your Honor, evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. Prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. So April, May. Okay. Oops, hang on. Okay. This is some great music. I just want to stop it here. We're going to listen to the music. Witness your name, please. April May. At your service. Wink. Order and introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. Witness will refrain from wanton winking. Oh my. Oh yes, Your Honor. This is not good. Ooh boy. Where were you on the night of September 5th? Oh baby. I was like in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch, and this hotel is directly across. That's right. Please testify to the court about what you saw. It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know, and then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away, but that girl, she caught up to her and hit her. Then the woman with long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy. Oh. Well, Your Honor, I see. It's a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any. Wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you're Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm gonna gladly proceed with it. Now, what I find odd is that rather than describing Maya by her, well, I mean it's odd, but like her spirit medium clothing or whatever the hell it is, her odd clothing, she described her by her physique. That I'd rather like that just it doesn't like if you try to put two and two together, it isn't coming out as four. When you add those two together, you end up with three, not four. So I'm gonna press that. I just need to figure out what. I just need to. I need to find the statement first. The mousy girl, this one. I think it's this one. Hold it. There we go. How do you know she was the defendant? Well, she had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. Testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. But I'm gonna question this. This doesn't... Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks. What? Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Are you really telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this? What is the meaning? Someone tell me because I'm clueless about this. I mean, okay. If you really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. Thank you! Nice reaction, by the way. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May? Roar! What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling. Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise. Wink. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her. Alright. Got my pen in my hand. Let's do this. Not like I'm gonna be writing notes. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statue-y clock. The thinker, I think. How the hell would you know it's a clock? How would you know it's a clock, though? That's what I want to know. Because only two of them were made. And both were made by Larry Butts. One he gave to Cindy Stone. The other he gave to... What's-her-face? To... Mia. Yeah, Mia, I guess. Only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Oh, bitch, you're going down. Yeah. Victim, woman dodged the first attack. Girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. Hit her with that weapon. Clock. Statue-y clock. Objection! Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? You just said that the statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called us a clock too, and he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Objection, I am not. Questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once, but... Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew, that was close. If he stopped me there, trial would be over. What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's because I heard it. Yeah, I heard it say the time. So you've been to the law offices of Fay and Company. No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel room, hee. The law offices of Fay and Co. where the murder took place are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? Nope, I'm not, because how could you have heard it? You can't, if it's a block, it's not like they had the window and the thing sticking out of the window in like full volume. There's no way she could have heard it. But if you think about it as well, it's empty. It had papers in it, and because it had papers in it, it couldn't have rung. So let's go with that. Your Honor, members of the court, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang because it's empty. The clock is missing its clockwork. How could you possibly just have a look as soon as you can? Oh, see anything interesting, Your Honor? It is as the defense says. This clock is missing its clockwork. It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big fat liar. Ooh, you did not just go there, Wright. Well, Miss May? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty somehow. He knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? The message on her phone. Because, as far as I know, she must have removed the clockwork before What's-Her-Face checked into her hotel. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Take that. Take a look at this. That's a very cute cell phone. Woohoo, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order. The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it. The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. My heart goes out to you, Edgeworth. Not. Let's hear the conversation. So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working, that's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Your Honor, I think this recording makes it clear that the clockwork was already gone. And this was recorded in the morning before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many... Nope. No. No. Doesn't work that way. I do, Your Honor. The witness claims she had seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness had not seen the clock before. Done. Look, made by Larry Butts. Take that. It's simple. This clock was never in any store ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only two exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh, excuse is not on sale today? Ooh. Oh no, she's going Super Saiyan. Oh, she's pissed. Porcupine head? Stupid clock doesn't matter. She did it, she should die for it. Why is this reminding me of the last case? I wonder why. Whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Teehee. Wink. Scary. How did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay. Oh. The wiretap. Because she had it in her room. And she recorded their conversation. And that's how she knew. Man. I don't know what's happening with my throat. Witness had never held a clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. Take that! Have a look at this. That. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim, Miss Mia Fay's phone, were you not? Ooh, objection by Edgy. Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Yeah. Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is, take that, the phone itself. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen it. Listen once more to the conversation. Miss April May. You used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong or am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. La la la. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May, shut up, all of you. What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer. It's no fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? That did it. Huh. I don't think it was her who did it, though. Why the wiretap is what I want to know. Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity-tapping irrelevant? Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of speech, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You're probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you? Damn, she's good. Well, you're not the first man who's thought that, and of course, I can and will. You can't be serious. I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. The killing happened around 9 at night. Why? That's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy. Iced coffee. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee but cold? If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? Yep. Time for... Ergo, the witness was not at the scene. Well, I think we got that. I think we knew that. Where does that leave us? My great displeasure to inform you, witness appears to have been tapping the victim's phone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, we're gonna call the bellboy. I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reasoning? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness. Condition: if Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. Therefore, you must accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. Oh boy. Otherwise, we're done. Okay. Man, oh man, I don't know what we're gonna. I guess we're gonna have to give up. Now we're accepting. All right, nothing to lose. Well, everything understood. I accept your condition. Fool, you fell right into my trap. What? You activated your trap card? Well, let me tell you that I will activate my magic spell. It's been a long time. Okay. Call the bellboy. I need a pillow. Okay, we are ready for the witness to testify. What? What is he gonna serve us? Tea and cookies while we. Tea set looks rather heavy. Witness, seriously is just gonna hold it? Okay. I'm the head bellboy at the Fine Gatewater Hotel, business for 4 generations. Believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time and delivered the iced coffee to our guest herself. I see, the defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. I'm gonna have to press the last two because there's nothing, I haven't seen anything out of the ordinary or at fault. Like, yeah, fine, he's the head bellboy, that's not, he believes. It's a bit iffy, but it's nothing too. But let's press this, hold it here. 9 on the dot. Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she... Okay. Precisely 9 then. Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9. Why would she be so particular about the time? And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest herself. Hmm. Okay, let's continue pressing. You're sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely. Absolutely? Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of time. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, she, the guest, sir, favored me with, an embrasser. An embrasseur. French for embrace. It's French for kiss. But not a French kiss, more of a peck on the cheek. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my... No. No. It's no good. Nothing there. Is that it? Tisk tisk, finally you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? We're gonna protest. Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. The charade of justice has gone on long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question, and that is all. Okay, I gotta make it worth it. Check-in room service bet. Let's ask him about room service. Actually, I wonder. Because remember what the bellboy had said when we went to get the wiretap. How he had said that when we see Miss May, it was something about Mr. White. So I wonder, because remember, there were 2 cups in her room. I wonder if maybe Mr. White was the other guy, or well, the other guest, per se, that was staying with Miss May. You just answered, iced coffee for 2. Bellboy, tell us the truth. Was someone else staying in the room? I object. That was objectionable. No, Aji. Objection overruled. Witness will answer the question. Why did you not mention this in your testimony? Well, you didn't ask. Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite indeed. It was the good barista there, Mr. Edgeworth, who he asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. Ooh, Edgeworth just got shot. You fool! Oh, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful scene. Phoenix, don't count your chickens before they hatch. You haven't won anything yet. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then when you brought their room service, you didn't see that man in the room. That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In this new light, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. You agree, Mr. Edgeworth? Who is this other person? Simple. It was the man with Miss May. Like, it's the only logical answer there. The man who checked in. Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet, Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court. Upstart amateur. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough! The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the prosecution and defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes. Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned. Well done. Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there. Really? I think I might be your newest fan. Oh, I was just doing my job, you know? Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool, too. That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips, it sent shivers up my spine. If you say so. So what happens with me? Do I get to go home now? Well, no. I don't think so. Not yet. Oh, I see. But I got a great lead in today's trial. That man with Miss May, he's the key. What happened to Miss May after that, anyway? I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed. Yes, sir. I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so. Don't worry, I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise. I'm counting on you. I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that got left on the record. I don't know how much good this will do me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to get her free. And so with that will bring us to the end of today's episode. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. And next time, we're going to be doing more evidence gathering. Woohoo! I know, right? So exciting. Anyways, I'll see you all on the next episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Until then, hope you have a good time, and I'll see you then. So long for now.